Hello everyone and welcome back to Priest Brothers Lines. Here we have, the shipping cartons of 3 engines. What do we have here? We have Southern Pacific Legacy SD40T-2 number 8524, the SD40T-2 number 8548 Super Base unit, and the SP Legacy SD40T-2 number 8533. So we have 3 SD40T-2s in the Bloody Nose scheme for Southern Pacific, and of course a Super Base unit. This is my first Super Base unit, so I'm really looking forward to getting this on the layout and hearing what all the hype is about with this unit. So we're going to get them unboxed, get them on the layout, programmed, and see what they can do. There she is, and there's my feet. Alright, out of the box, onto the rails. Here we have our Southern Pacific SD40T-2 on the rails. We can go ahead and take a quick look at it. Looking very nice here. So we got the Bloody Nose scheme in the front here. There's a lot of light details that I'll show you once we get the light going. We have the reversing marking lights here. There's a headlight there, headlight there. There's also an emergency light there in the middle, and it also has ditch lights. So 2 ditch lights down there. So lots of lights on the front. Very cool. Note here how the horn is offset. I'm assuming that's accurate. Again, I'm no expert on any of these things. But normally the horn would be in the middle. This one's set off to the right, so that's unique. Coming down the side of the cab here, we can see the painted crew figure inside there. Got all nice legible details like the SD40T-2 right there. The builder's plate right here. EMD, GM. Come alongside here. This does not have kinematic pilots, but on the 072 curves, it looks really nice coming around the curve. Of course, we have our electrocoupler in the front and the rear. The steps there have the holes for drainage. You can see all of the gripping there too, all the nice grab irons looking very nice. This is also a very small layout friendly engine, as the minimum curve radius is 031, so it can pretty much run on any layout. But I must say it looks very, very nice coming down some 072 curves. As we go further down, we have the door back there, which does not open, but that's all right here. We have the see-through grates, of course, because this is a tunnel motor. It is a T-2. So it does have the intake from down here, because these are meant for tunnels. This is kind of the modern cab forward, if you will. So I always like the tunnel motors here, because the grates down here, you can see some wires in there, but that's not a big deal. The controls are in here as well. You have your run program, your Bluetooth control, and your smoke on and off. And it looks like there's some fans in there, but they do not spin in operation. It does have an operating smoke unit right here as well. Paint looks nice. Logo there looks good. Again, we have some more legible signage here. Very cool. The trucks have some nice detailing there as well. And then as we come to the rear, another electrocoupler. We got a little chain here. And of course we have the reverse light and the marker lights back there as well. And the braking detail, brake line detail down there. And the other side looks the same. It is a mirror image, so just looking really nice, this engine. So I have 3 of these, plus I have another one from a previous run and a dummy. So that makes 5 SD40T-2s. So you can better believe that you'll be seeing them running in some nice distributed power trains. All right, well, let's turn it on and hear some of the sounds and get it moving. We'll do the extended startup.
This is the dispatcher. Clear to pull down the house lead. Over. Roger that. Holding for your signal.
So here we can see now the front headlight on the top there. It does have a bit of a flicker to it, which I assume is intentional. And then we have the standard headlight there in the middle. Note that the ditch lights are not on right now. The ditch lights only come on when the engine is in motion, and when I toot the horn, the ditch lights flicker. So that's pretty cool, we'll see that here. But again, when it's not in motion, it does not. Of course, the interior is lit as well. We can see our guy in the cab. And on the rear, we have our two red lights indicating this is the rear of the engine, or the rear of the train. Alright, let's get some sound effects going on here. Of course, the horn is going to be first, and this is the first one when I turned it on that it came with, so I'll probably stick with this one. Well, let's go ahead and cycle through all of them. That's a nice one too. Next one. Next one. That's a very different one. And last one. And back to the original. And we do have the bells too. I'm just going to show you the one that it comes with because it's really just a different of pitch. Alright, so now I'm going to run this engine around a few times, show you the ditch lights, show you the emergency stop lights, and we'll go ahead and get started. So let's get going.
Dispatcher, here's me. Can I get a go? Over. Please hold at your location. Out. Dispatcher, here's me. Can I get a go? Over. You're clear to proceed east. Out.
And there come on the ditch lights. And we see when I do the horn, they flicker. Pretty cool. About to come through the tunnel. Let's try out the emergency stop sequence here.
Tower to engine. Need you to stop quick and hold on the main. Over. Emergency stop acknowledged. Brakes on. Alright, we're good, dispatcher. Train is stopped without problems. Over.
I don't know how well that's showing up,
Proceed on cab signal indication to the next interlocking when ready.
but that is a red blinking light there. Looks kind of white in my camera here, but it is a red blinker, so that's just a neat little feature there. A lot of lights. I mean, the top headlight, the middle headlight, the marker lights, the emergency light, and the ditch lights. They did a fantastic job. So many cool features on this engine, so I'm very, very happy with that. And let's just go ahead and shut her down here, this shutdown sequence.
Dispatcher, we're going to enter the ash cam. See you tomorrow. Out.
Alright, so we'll get the other one open up and the super bass. I'm really interested to hear that. I've never used one before, so I'll have to read the directions and figure out how it all works. So let's go do that right now. Alright, now so here we have the super bass unit. It's basically exactly the same, except it doesn't have a motor in it. So it's effectively a dummy with sound. Now, Unfortunately, this number, I already have an SD40T-2 in this number, one that Lionel made some time ago, maybe 5 years ago. I find it a little annoying that they reused a road number when I'm sure there's a lot of different road numbers that they can use, but whatever. I'm not going to repaint it or anything. It doesn't bother me that much. So, other than that, this looks fantastic. So it operates like a normal engine, just without sound. So you program it just like any other engine, and then you start it up just like any other engine. So I named this 54. So I don't know how well that comes up on camera, but it definitely is more guttural. There's more room for better speakers, I assume, since there's no engines in there. So it definitely sounds more guttural. But other than that, it's exactly the same. I mean, it has a horn. It has electro couplers. It has crew dialogue.
Dispatcher, transmit out. Am I clear? Over. You are clear to depart on signal indication. Out.
Despite not having a crew, as we can see, the seats are empty. So, yeah, it's cool. I'm going to put it in a lash-up now with the other engines and see what happens. I'm hoping that it'll like communicate with the other engines so that it actually makes startup noises, because like when I just do it with my hands, it doesn't make any extra special noises like the engine is starting up. So I'm hoping that'll happen, but we'll find out. I'm gonna go do that right now. All right, well, here we have all the engines on the tracks. We have the powered units, and then we have the super bass here. And then we have the other powered unit, and I went a little crazy here, and I threw on 3 more units. So we have a dummy SD40T-2. This is just a straight up dummy. There's no sound, there's nothing on it. It's just a basic dummy, which I wish they made more of. I mean, I like the super bass. That's cool to have the sound, but I don't think I need 5 sound units with all of this. And plus, the super bass unit is only about $50 cheaper than a powered unit versus a dummy, which are usually like around $200 to $250, I think. But anyway, then we also have my GP30 here, which we've seen before, and then finally my other SD40T-2 from Lionel. Again, the same road number there. Slightly unfortunate, but not a big deal. Note that this one does not have the ditch lights on it, so that's cool how they added the ditch lights on the new ones. So here we go. Oh man, the sound. Let's get it started. Let's go over. Look at all those engines. Look at all the bloody nose goodness. Thinking of all those videos on YouTube I've seen of all the DPU going through Tehachapi and such. All right, here we go. That's a lot of power. Alright, well that's going to end the video here today. Be sure to stay tuned for a video of pulling some cars. Although the train takes up about a quarter of my layout, so I don't know how many cars I can fit, but we'll find out next time. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. These are some good units out there. They made, these just shipped. I got these in the mail yesterday. So, I know there's still some out there. They have the SP, they have the Black Widow one, which looks really cool. I think there was Denver Rio Grande, maybe UP, I want to say. So I love these tunnel motor engines. They are out there on some of the more prominent train selling websites. So if you're looking to pick up some, definitely worth it. If you want to expand your fleet, they're really cool. So I'm gonna have to figure out what cars to put on this train and how I want to distribute the power, because of course they're going to be interspersed throughout the train. So that'll be a fun video to make next. So thank you all for watching. I hope you really enjoyed this one. Nice to see a bunch of diesel power, just like they did in the 70s and 80s. SP loved their DPs, didn't they? Alright, well thank you guys all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please like, subscribe, comment. I appreciate all my subscribers coming up on 700. It's really, really cool. So thank you all who have subscribed. For anyone who is new, thank you for your subscription. I'm always happy to answer questions or look at comments. I look at all the comments. Usually reply to them. So thank you all for those of you who have done that, and just much appreciated. It's really cool, the online train community. It's awesome.
Dispatcher, we're done for the day. Signing off. Out.
This is Priest Brothers Lines signing off.